Oakland, as the FBI we know searched warrants this morning, served search warrants targeting the home of the Los Angeles Unified School Superintendent. Federal agents seen at the superintendent's home and at the district headquarters as well. The focus of the investigation and the allegations are not yet clear, but according to the Associated Press, someone familiar with this case says it's part of an ongoing investigation. The district and superintendent have yet to comment. Here at home, hundreds of jobs in the Oakland Unified School District could be cut under a new proposal to save money. School board members are voting on that tonight. OUSD is working to make up a nearly $100 million deficit. District hopes to avoid school closures and keep the reductions away from the classrooms and students. The goal is to cut no teaching positions, but under this proposal, more than 600 positions could be affected, most of those in the central office. The board is considering the options while also negotiating with the Oakland Education Association, the union that represents Oakland teachers.
Our position in the union is that OUSD should not be considering any cuts. With the staffing crisis, we have 250 teacher vacancies and upwards of 400 teachers leaving yearly. We believe that the district should really continue to reevaluate its budget.
Two sides met earlier in the week. They're expected to meet again tomorrow. The union says it'll give the public at least 48 hours notice if the teachers do decide to strike. In the meantime, the school board is set to meet today to talk about cutting those positions. A quick break here on Fox Local San Francisco. We will be back. Welcome back to Fox Local San Francisco. It's now 12:14. Conditions in Mexico appear to have calmed since the violence following the killing Sunday of the drug cartel leader known as El Mencho. According to the Mexican government, shelter-in-place orders and security orders in Jalisco have been lifted. It says people have returned largely to school and work. The U.S. Embassy also lifted its security restrictions on U.S. government staff in Jalisco. Flight schedules in Guadalajara are returning to normal. Let's bring back a familiar voice and face here, a woman from Livermore who's in Mexico right now. Welcome. welcome back to Diane Hicks-Webb. You're right now about 20 minutes out of Puerto Vallarta. You joined us on Monday first, and I'm guessing the situation has changed pretty dramatically since then.
It has. We're hearing a lot of airplanes going over. We haven't had our flight canceled, but other people have. So yeah, I'm not sure, why that's happening. But we also this morning saw military helicopters flying around in our resort or above the resort.
Now, am I right in understanding that your flight out is supposed to be on Friday? Oh.
Yes, it's scheduled for Friday.
Okay. Do you know if that's still on?
As far as I know, we haven't heard anything from the airport that any of our stuff has been canceled, but other people's have been canceled.
This has been, and this is your first real vacation in about 20 years. Now that you have a couple days of relative calm to look back on, and what do you make of this past week?
It's very unnerving, to be in the middle of this, to see the smoke, to smell it, to hear the stuff going off, booms, and so it's been unnerving.
Yeah. And I'm sure you're not moving around like you'd hope to. There's so much to take advantage of there near Puerto Vallarta where you are. What's the situation where you are right now in your hotel?
It's better. They were able to get some supplies in and until we have to go to the airport just for safety reasons.
So you're staying put?
Yes. It's a big resort, though, so there's things to do here, pools, and we can go out of the rooms. We're just not going to leave the resort.
Okay. And you're talking to me, so obviously you have contact with family members back in Livermore and elsewhere.
Yeah, we've kept them up to date on what's going on, so.
So do you want to redo? I mean, has this put you off international travel? What are you thinking as you look ahead?
I think maybe we'll go to Hawaii next time.
Okay.
Not Mexico.
Did you have any trepidation about booking a trip in Mexico to begin with? Because I'm imagining this was planned months out.
It was. You know what? We really didn't, because there's not really been any issues. So we didn't really have any thoughts about not doing it. But in the future, I think I might.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to add before we let you go, Diane?
No, I don't think so. We're doing good, and hopefully we'll be able to get home on Friday.
Okay, not the vacation you planned, I know. I'm glad that you're safe and okay. Diane Hicks-Webb there, just a few minutes outside of Puerto Vallarta, joining us. Before you make your return home to Livermore, I appreciate your time, and I do wish you well for the rest of your trip.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Let's focus on what's happening in the South Bay here. As just minutes ago, San Jose police revealed more information on a shooting that happened yesterday at Westgate Center. It was a parking lot shooting. 2 people were found to be dead. We'll bring in our Ann Rubin here after learning just now new information from the police, Ann.
Yeah, authorities in San Jose are calling this a murder-suicide. They say the suspect went looking for his former girlfriend at the business where she worked. Now, the shooting, as you mentioned, happened in the Westgate Center parking lot just after 11:30 a.m. yesterday. Authorities now believe 43-year-old Edgar Altamirano went there in search of his former girlfriend. Authorities say he had dated the 24-year-old for a while, but they had since broken up. They believe he went to the shopping mall with the intention of confronting her. Police say when he did, the situation escalated, and he then shot the young woman several times before turning the gun on himself. Officers found the pair on the ground in the parking lot. Both were pronounced dead at the scene.
They have been able to learn so far that they were in a dating relationship that did end several months earlier, prior to this incident, so several months ago, before this incident occurred. We, again, from the police department, didn't have any type of reportable incidents between the two, and we're hoping to talk more with family, with friends, and maybe any bystanders or coworkers of that sort that may have more information that can shed light on how this happened, whether it could have been prevented.
Authorities say though the suspect is deceased, they still want to get answers for the family, so they are asking any additional witnesses to please come forward. They say the gun found at the scene was, in fact, legally registered to the suspect. This is San Jose's 4th homicide of 2026. Gasia.
And we just heard from police there that they do not have a record of any, warnings or incidents between the two before the shooting that happened earlier this week. Did police speak at all as to whether the suspect in this case had any criminal past of his own not related to the victim?
So they did say that the suspect had no reportable criminal past that they had found. So no, and they said, as far as they could tell, there was no indication, no previous incidents that at least had been reported to police. So they're trying to now speak to more witnesses, get some answers. They said they don't want the family to think that it's over just because the suspect is dead. They don't want this to just be a single headline for them.
Yeah, and of course, anything to prevent this sort of thing from happening again is more than well worth it.
Correct.
And Ruben reporting live in San Jose. Thank you for that update from police.